This conference will now be recorded.
Uh, Sir, we will start our session, sir. Before starting the trainers, session, I want to give a brief introduction about I think experience and expertise. Raghav Garu is from in the industry from past 20 years.
Hello.
He's having.
Excuse me, your voice is not clear.
Sir, your voice is not audible, sir, and not clarity, and background noise is some disturbance, sir.
So is my voice is audible or not?
It's better.
Okay.
Better, sir, but
Much
audible,
better.
sir.
Okay. Yeah. Can everyone start with their introductions and why you people wants to join Azure DevOps?
Hey Ravikant, good evening. My name is Chandru. So I'm having almost 12 years of experience in IT. So currently I'm into production support. I'm in supporting Java applications. So I just want to switch my technology because in IT it is very, if you see the day-to-day activities, it's bits right. I'm almost engaged with 16 to 18 hours. How to be in front of the system, right? And even anybody can replace L3 person.
Right.
So yeah, that's what. So I just want to switch the technology.
Can I know
So I
your
thought
name?
Chandu.
Chandu. See, even if you move to DevOps, it will be the same situation. You have to sit for more than an hour.
No, actually, if you ask me, on which technology you are expert, I don't have any answer.
Okay.
That's what.
Okay. Yeah. Next.
Yeah.
Sir, my name is Hina Khan. My name is Hina Khan.
Okay.
I am from Pakistan. I have done masters in criminology field. I have done JavaScript, HTML, CSS, WordPress, and all that. Now I'm I want to do Microsoft Azure courses.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
it.
Why Azure in that case?
Sir, my friend asked me, I will move USA. My friend says IT field is better for you. That's why I choose
Okay.
Azure, Microsoft Azure.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Next.
Yeah, this is Rangana.
Okay.
I have 2 years of experience in non-IT. Now I want to switch to IT. That's why I have
Your
chosen.
Voice
your
is not
voice is not
audible.
Yeah, I have 2 years of experience in non-IT. Now I want to switch to IT. That's why I have chosen DevOps Azure. Because compared to other courses, this is the less we have less coding. Uh, that's why I have chosen
okay.
DevOps.
Okay. Next.
Good evening, sir. I'm Swami. I have completed in BTech 2020 passed out. I have recently got placed in Tech Mahindra in 5 months back. My company, my organization assigned the Azure admin. I'm also trained in Windows plus Azure, and recently I learned further update and further future. I hope learn to DevOps main things and easy to less coding. I think so. I learned DevOps plus admin, Azure admin. Sir. Thank you for
Okay.
giving this opportunity.
Yeah. Next. Anyone?
Hi Ravi, this is Ganapati here. Currently, I'm working in Windows team, Wintel administrator. I'm looking for the new role in terms of upgrading myself technically, as well as in the knowledge point of view. The way I want to know more about Azure, since it's a continuation for me in the current stream.
Okay. Anyone?
Hi, yes. Hi, I'm Navya. I have been into software from past 10 years. So I have a interest on DevOps. So would like to know how it will go and what are the introduction topics on the DevOps. So I got this link from my colleague Chandu. So
Okay.
join to this. Just like to know how it will go, what is the DevOps and what are the topics you cover and how it will went in demo. Would like to see.
Okay. And Navya, are you into software development or administrations?
No, it's a production support.
Okay. I think both you and Chandu, right? The same.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Anyone? Any others want to talk or?
Hi sir, this is Arkrishna.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
I have 3 years experience of non-IT.
Okay.
So I choose the DevOps course in software field. Sir.
Okay. 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 I think I have to tell a lot of things to many of the guys. Okay, let me start in one way. I think Navya, Chendu, and one more guy. Okay, see, I think you people know what is agile methodology and all these things, right? Not everyone.
Yeah, Ravi.
Navya and
Yeah.
Chendu. Okay, So in this case, you both should be a little bit patient also, because there are people who come from the non-IT background, right? So I think we have to go from their level as well. If you are fine, I can go accordingly.
Yeah, Ravi, but yeah. So what I'm expecting is because as being part of L3, right? I just want to check where exactly we fit into in
Okay,
DevOps.
yeah, and I remember your question one, Chindu. I'll tell you that as well. Okay.
Yeah.
See, first initially understand why do we need DevOps? That and I'll come to your point 100% by today itself. Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Okay, because these guys are also there, right? If I'm talking on the higher end,
Yeah.
then
Sure.
they get bored. Even they
Understand.
don't
Yeah.
understand what exactly we are speaking also. Okay,
Got it. Yeah.
let me tell you one thing is, see, when you, even any industry, see, there are different names for different methodologies. If you're coming from a banking domain, so they call that as a huddle. And there are everyday stand-up meeting, we call that is what you are doing today and what you are doing, what you are doing, what you have done yesterday and what you are doing today. So this is what everyone wants, the status in every domains. Forgot about it is not a software industry. It may be one girl from criminology is there, or one from non-IT backgrounds are there. Everyone wants, when you are working from morning 9 to 6 or any time, forgot the timings. When you start working on any of the work, so end of the day, your manager, there will be hierarchy in the companies where they want to understand what you have done today and what you have done yesterday and what you want to be doing tomorrow. So without this, you cannot have any clear understanding what the other, uh, what the team is doing. Okay. So based on this single point, the DevOps started around 15 years back, or yeah, 15 to 17 years back, with a small concepts started into make it as a complete DevOps. So DevOps is not a direct, what you call is, it's not completely a new technology. Whatever the team is facing, whatever the management is facing, whatever the companies are facing, the small issues. So that started with an agile methodology, and it's a process. It is not a technology, it is a process. We are making our company into one process. See, when every, suppose here I think around 12 people are there roughly. So these 12 people wants to start their own company. What you will think, you need some set of rules, you need some set of processes, you need some set of uh, systems or anything, right? So when, as a management or whether it's a team lead, whether it is a there's any software engineer wants to work, they want to work under a process. If there is no process, what will happen? One thing, let me come back to one scenario where previously around 1970s, 1980s, the initial days of the software industry, they don't have a single process how we want to grow. When you want to do a project, let it be any project, for some time, don't think of the software side. Any project, you should have some set of rules to implement anything. End of the day, it's a business. It may be for you, it may be for your managers, it may be for you, the management. See, the only thought process is going to change. Suppose if we have in an organization, this organization, there are three levels of people. One is the management, one is your manager, and one is a software engineer. Okay. So what software engineers think, if I start working hard, only I can get the salary. The words, terminologies are going to be different, but the thought process is the same. Without you work, none of the companies will start paying you, right? And what the manager will think, based on his subordinates, the performance will be counted for him as well. So if he starts giving the best performance in the company, only he starts getting the salary hikes or the salary or anything. And what the management thinks, if all you people starts working better and better, then they get a lot of money, and again the company will start growing. So it's when you think these 3 points, the thought process for the concept is same for everyone, but the thought process is getting different, right? From one salary plus bonus, and third one, the projects or any other thing. So previously what happened in the software industry is, there are some different types of software development life cycles. So we have started a software development life cycle, how that should be. So we need to go with the requirements, we need to develop the things, testing, and all this thing. See, I'm not going, Navya and the Chendu, I'm not going more details for demo session. So first let them understand the basic idea, what exactly, then I'll move into that level. Okay. So there are some set of phases. We made it as a phases. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. Okay. Based on that, these are the some set of rules we define for a software development life cycle. Once based on that, there are a number of ways we have to achieve this software development life cycle methodology. So there is a waterfall method, there is a V method, and one is a final agile. It comes to. So what is the difference between waterfall method and agile? See, previously what happened is, before 92, 96, before 90, 2005, most of the companies start working on the V methodology and the waterfall method. So these methods, say I have given a project to you, suppose X, that guy will come after 3-4 months and tell, oh no, this is not the project which I am expecting, or this is not the user interface I'm looking for. This is not the any other things based on what are the domain you people have started working. So he may have a point that you have not done the right way, I'm not ready to pay the bill, or this is what I am not expected, I'm not happy, or anything he can start telling that methodologies. But starting from agile methodology, what happened is, every 15 days, say I'm taking as a default number, I'll talk about this in the inner sessions. So suppose after 15 days, the client can come and see, okay, how much work has been done by the team. Okay, is this the one which I'm expecting, or any other things? I can start documenting it. So all these things started from 2005 majorly. Okay, so they started working on a different I don't expect I didn't see any softwares whatever we have in the market now. So at the time it's the Excel sheets. They maintain some Excel sheets. Okay, one guy has done today this and tomorrow this, because of this I'm lagging it, and because of anything the project is getting delayed. All these things has been captured in one Excel sheet. Okay, remember this point first. It was captured in the Excel sheet. Now this is the documentation part. Again, there are some tools which, if I remember, I don't it is very difficult to remember a lot of things. SVN is one of the best tool at that time. Purpose is one of the tool at that time where we used to collaborate all our code into one single repository. So These are the two ways we have to calculate whether the project has been done or what is the issues we are facing, all these things in the previous days. But slowly starting from 2005 and 2006, there is a new methodology comes into picture with the agile methodology, where this methodology for every 15-20 days, or depends on what are the time you people said before starting the project, you have given a better understanding to the client, and you are using some of the other things like GitHub. All these things started adding it. Okay. And after slowly, when the cloud started coming from the AWS, so the AWS is the first cloud coming to the market, the major market. I'm not talking, that is the first cloud in the market. There are many other clouds before as well. But with the AWS, and then after within the next 2 years, Azure started coming into. So even though Azure came as a the cloud, there are almost every tool is present in the Microsoft technologies. So what happened is these technologies have started contributing to one single platform, which is started as a DevOps. See, when we call DevOps, what you mean by DevOps? So developer and operations, what the developers has been started doing and the management has been doing, or the managers has been doing, and the client or a customer has started looking into that. Everything we made it into some set of rules after this from 2008. Okay, so now as a DevOps engineer, you will be supporting all the developer teams, and what are the issues they are getting. You are the only one person who has to look after setting up the Azure DevOps, or you can talk about AWS DevOps as well. So with that, there are many other things started adding. There are Azure policies, which for each organization, how you want to implement. And very recently, from around 6-7 years back, Docker started coming into pictures. And on a very high level, coming to the Docker, see, previously we need to have a hardware setup in our offices, where we used to see rack servers, tower servers, and all these things. Based on that, again, the things have started moving into one single laptop or any of your system. So you don't need to connect to the hardware outside the world. You can use virtual machine on your machine itself. You can start working. You can connect to the internet. You can do some of the works. And still the hardware presence for any organization is still there. So what happened is nowadays, so there are two levels. One is the CapEx and OpEx. So based on this, CapEx is nothing but the infrastructure cost which we are keeping on every organization. Let it be small cable also, we have to use CapEx. And coming to the cloud angle, it's everything is ready-made given to you. Just you need to start configuring. And small note for this, don't ask me that it's not free. See, even though the hardware is costly, you have to purchase, you have to raise it request, you have to get it from the approvals from your managers, the VPs and the management, and then you purchase that. You have to start sitting and start installing that. So here what happened to the cloud is, it's you purchase a subscription, You get ready with whatever you want within a seconds. So this strategy has been started moving. So now why not DevOps comes into picture? Previously, DevOps is based on, like I told you, right, SVN, purpose, and all these things. They are installed on the physical servers. Okay, so these physical servers, you will get access to your intranet. But now things has been moved to completely everything is started moving into the cloud now. So this what are the important things here now? So we need, let me start with the GitHub. How many of you people know that what is a GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, Gitkraken, and anything? Did you ever heard that?
No, sir.
Okay, so GitHub is a new type of repository started in 2010. I remember it's 2009 only. Okay, don't worry about the years they started. I was very bad in that angles. So GitHub started, when the GitHub started, the concept for SVN, which is the tortoise SVN, and Perforce. There are many other tools where we used to use as a repositories, but the concept for the architecture is completely different from the very old versions of SVN, Perforce, and all to GitHub. GitHub started with the Git. Git is one small framework which we started installing on our machines and use that as a clients. See, if any of you people are very strong in Linux, they only use the command line. But is it flexible to use for all the people who doesn't know what is Linux or the commanding and all these things? So there are companies came up with the concept called UI clients, Git UI clients. So GitHub is one of the major part as of now in the market. And there are other Git clients like Bitbucket, Gitkraken, GitLab, and all these things. And there are many things. There are free as well as open source. Open source as well as a proprietary as well. So it depends on which what your organization started using. Anyone can use anything. You have full flexibility of use any of the Git UI clients. Still, if there are people who can use only Git and push the code into some other locations with the help of the command lines, still all these Git clients will use command line as well as the UI part. Okay, now coming to what are the strategies we are going. So how many of, I don't think no one knows this. Let's be very frank. There are how many types of OSs are there? One is a Windows machines, one is a Linux machines, and one is a Mac machines, right? The same way, there are different types of languages we use in our softwares. So every language has their own set of building differently. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Can you please maximize the screen, sir? The document which you showed in the screen.
I'm
The
showing
letters
only
are
the
very
syllabus.
very small.
I think I have to. Okay. The big screen I cannot see. That's okay. I'll manage that. Okay, how do you configure repositories? How do you create the branches? How do you create the GitHub workflows? How do you review the codes? How do you get the approvals from there? So all these things are important for the GitHub. Okay, and there is a major thing I want to discuss with you is, see, every language building will be different. Like if you go with Microsoft, any of the language, yeah, till now everything is same. We use the MS build model, which is a portable executable format, where the MSI file will be there, installation file. That installation file will be of MS portable executable format. And this, when you write all your code, it uses Microsoft build tool, MS build. Okay. But if you go to Android, if you go to Python, if you go to Java, there are different types of build mechanisms we have. 100% sure, no one will give you these points. Okay, so the building of your source code on any of these languages, you have to use proper build mechanism. You cannot use Java with the MS build. You cannot. There is one more Android. The names I forgot. Okay, so Android build mechanisms will be different. So there is a not OpenG, GLS model of build mechanisms are there. So it depends on what type of proprietary you are using or what type of open source you are using. These build mechanisms is based on that one. So when you are using continuous integration and continuous delivery, so there are two words which is very important for any of the DevOps. One is CI and one is CD, which is continuous integration, and one is continuous delivery. So previously what we used to do is in the waterfall model or any other models is, the developers come in the morning, they write their own code. There will be a set of teams which they get all the files from different developers manually. Okay, they share with to the network drive and everything. So these guys will share the files, and this build and release engineers will sit and integrate all the source code. First point. Now, with the new technologies coming into picture, new tools coming into the picture, it is automated. Continuous integration is automated. We are using one more level here, whether it is a GitLab or any of the Git clients. From there, the data is taken to the CI/CD pipelines. CIC first initial will go CI. These CI pipelines, and then start integrating immediately. And okay, suppose I kept the timeline 8 p.m. in the night. So I want what till that whichever the developer has pushed the code to the Git, it takes that source code and start integrating. And I keep delivery, I can keep 9 o'clock for your understanding. It's not matter of half an hour or 1 hour. Anytime you can keep. Depends on the time zones you are working, the developers time zones majorly. So this again starts with building the application, giving the complete sequence, whether the build has been failed, build has been passed, or build is not. If it is a old version, what suppose today no one has pushed their code today, right? Think that this way. This is on Sunday. Sunday we don't need to build a code unless you have a new code coming to picture, right? So at that time also, it should have a automated minimum intelligence to understand the build number should not be increased. Why build number should not be increased is because that's a Sunday. We are not working. But there is a but here. It depends again whether the build has to run it or not. The DevOps engineers are responsible for how many days it has to build, when it has to build, and what is the structure it should show me the result. And once the delivery has been happened, so continuous integration has been happened, it builds and give you the build number, the newly generated build every day, or it depends on how your organization wants to go. There are cases every week one build number will be generated, or every day one build number will be generated. All these things, it depends. Your architect will design which one you want to go, which tool you want to go. All these things are very important for any DevOps engineer. And there are other project management tools, whether it's a KissFlow project, Jira, or any other tools, which you want to integrate all these things again. See, it should be automated feature for third-party applications as well. Third-party applications in the sense Jira, ServiceNow, and all these things. Inbuilt applications is the complete portal of Azure. Let me open. Let me see that. I forgot the number. Okay, all these things are very important, and the number of new integrations comes into picture. Any external dependencies, suppose I'm using a Python 3.2, the new version already came into picture 3.3. Then how do I need to integrate? Do I need to integrate it or not? Because it depends on the situations you people have, or your organization or your project will have. So all these things are very important. And after continuous delivery and after building the source code every day, do I need to send the email? Do I need to send the SMS? Or do we need to update it in the Slack or Teams or ServiceNow? All these things are the part of any DevOps guys. Okay, and there are number of tools. Okay, the code has been done and the build has been completed, and now we need to know the quality of the code also. SonarQube is one more tool where it gives you the complete quality of the code. And if there is any security updates involved, there are NuGet packages, artifacts, any other new packages comes into picture. All these things, it depends on what type of project you are working, or what type of projects the developers are working. You need to go with that. And end of the day, these configurations, what the DevOps guys are doing is majorly for understanding for the management also. Previous management would not have looked into these type of things. They may not see for 24 hours. They may not work with you for 24 hours, but they will understand based on your email. Okay, that build has been failed. That is the status report of that. It's a 2 minutes work. They go with that. So there are number of complex application scenarios are there, like using hybrid GPUs. See, these GPUs are majorly for as of today. I'm not talking about tomorrow. Artificial intelligence and machine learning, they need a very, very high-end GPUs. GPU is nothing but graphical processing units. Don't worry. CPU is a central processing unit and GPU is a graphical processing unit. They need high data rates. Like suppose one example for GPU I can give you. You have seen the cameras in the traffic signals, right? It captures all the data in the image format. It sends the high data to the control unit. So for this, it should have a GPU. So there are, and many people told that they want to escape from coding and all. See, 100% coding is not there, but there is a scripting. So 90% it works on the scripting part, where we use Jenkins, Circle CI, Terraform, PowerShell. But don't worry, for learning purpose, you need to learn how to write a small scripts and all. But once you go into the companies, they already have the templates readily available. You should know how to run the templates. Just change the virtual machine names or any of the names and then just run it. But for learning purpose, you need how to write a script, basic script. I'm not telling you have to learn end to end. I'm not sure you people are very lucky to write end-to-end script, because every freelancer started writing their own script. Companies already completed their scripts and they started using only that. One way you are lucky and one way you are not, you're unlucky also. The reason for that is maybe you feel very happy, you don't need to write the scripts. I feel unlucky in that cases, because I prefer writing end-to-end my set of way of methodology and write my own scripts till today after these many years. And one more thing I want to add it is, so there is an that even DevOps uses artificial intelligence, IoT, and then web applications, mobile applications project, and blockchain projects. Everything you can use it in the complex deployments. These are the complex deployments. See, the reason why we call IoT, artificial intelligence, and all these are complex deployments is the data is continuous. You cannot stop the data any case. It should be on the real time. But you tell me, when you write a web application, or when you write a mobile application, or when you write any of the other application, you can stop for some time, but not on the IoT, CDN. CDN is nothing but content developer network. All the data flows, everything will be in that. So these, you are getting data from other sources. So there are some major tools. We need to understand why the downtime of for the deployments. Is there any hot fixes? How do you see? How do you release a release strategy? Especially this is for Navya and Chandu, because when you are working for 12 years and you want to move to the DevOps model, you have to create your own strategies for the companies. For the remaining things, that's okay. You have still some time for understanding the release strategy, why it is. Okay, so this is the major tasks. We'll be using it in the Azure DevOps, creating containers, creating virtual machines. Okay, and one more thing I thought of telling you. I think most of the people are very new to Azure, right? Let me take a one week to 10 days of extra time of yours and introduce some of the basic concepts of what is Azure or what is a cloud, and then come to different types of clouds are there. Why do we need to use this cloud? When and where? Because there are some people who has having good experience also, right? We can start on that angles also. Yeah, do you have any questions till now? Okay, I think Chandu asked me something important, right? Chandu, one for
One
your
more thing.
question. Yeah, tell me.
This are these are the designing part, right? For develop DevOps and all. We are saying these are the tools, everything and all. Designing part, or it's in the day-to-day activities for the who was recruited for the Azure DevOps member.
Okay, let me tell you in this way. See, when a new project starts, the first guy to enter into the project is the manager and the DevOps guy. Okay, so they start working on how do we use the code, what is the pipeline we need to create, what are the tools we need to start using. So it's directly you can tell it's a designing of the release architecture.
Okay.
You don't need to sit and design everything, but based on the client requirements, you have to change some points, right? But 100% one thing, but 100% one thing you have to design that strategy. See, generally that strategies will be given in general. That's what I told you, right? You are one way, you are unlucky also. The reason for that is the whoever clients has started moving into the already moved into the cloud, they already designed these parts. You need to start understanding and just improve.
That's true. Thing is, I mean, we are the new. Okay, so we don't know. Okay, if you are explaining, okay, these are the concepts and these are the tools available, then only we can aware. Okay, so while a real time and all, okay, so how we can proceed? We need to just learn and keep it practice. Automatically, we may get it right. Steady. Because the concept, if we know, if any subject, if we know the subject in deep or something, then we are ready to go give the some explanation and ask some deep questions or go some I mean uh, uh, further. But suppose if we don't know anything in the subject, we are just a listener. Like, so same position in coming from this DevOps, Azure and DevOps, admin and DevOps, we are all the same. We are just listener only. We don't know what are the concepts inside and how it's function,
Right.
everything. You have to, yeah.
Yeah, whatever you told is right. But when you start practicing, see, suppose you already have 12 years of experience. You would have known what is the strategies are different. Suppose, can I expect 2 to 3 companies you changed right now? Minimum.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay. So you would have observed different mindsets from different companies. Did you observe that?
Yeah, of course.
Right. So based on that, you change. You have to see, even though you learn Azure DevOps now, 90% of the tools we are covering it.
Okay.
Okay. 90%. This is the same tools you will be reusing it. But slowly you start moving 1 year, 2 years, and 3 years. Then again a new tool come from third party.
Okay.
There are external tools as well, right? So then you start working on the new model of things.
Of course. Yeah.
See, I'll tell you one thing. One good point from Microsoft is you don't need to look after the other third-party tools.
Okay.
That is there. Even these guys will give you much before than these people. The only thing is, suppose the ServiceNow is a new tool which came and survived in the market. Other than that, I didn't see any of the major tools, Azure or any of the development DevOps guys started using much. Maybe third party based on their interest, you work on that and integrate accordingly. See, every Azure tool, any DevOps tool, it has to integrate all the major cloud partners. Without that, no one will recognize that as a tool.
Ravi, Chandu
Okay, any
here.
other?
Yeah. So this course is meant for Azure Admin plus DevOps, right? So is there, is there any relation between these two roles? Because DevOps is completely different and admin is completely different. In my understanding, so Azure Admin is like someone who takes care of, designing the network, right? What kind of servers and what is the what's the memory, right? And what kind of infrastructure, right? So the admin will decide about all these things. But DevOps is someone who integrates all these CI/CD tools, right, for the continuous
Right.
deployment, right? So
See,
I
one
did not understand actually
Yeah.
what is the association between these two roles.
Yeah. See,
Yeah. Same question. Yeah. Thanks so much.
okay. So you tell me,
Yeah.
suppose I was a business owner, okay, or you are a business owner, can you keep two admins for a small project?
Of course, if it is small, yeah, I
No,
prefer only
whether
one.
small or bigger, forgot about it. See, if you having 100 people team also doesn't matter. Do you want to keep equal to the developers? No,
No, I
right?
don't want. Yeah.
Right. So this is the strategy the market started moving for the past 4 years. Okay.
Oh.
So, okay, the initial time only these two guys will have lot of work before starting of the project, right? After that, you tell
Okay.
me how much time they are spending. Unless, see, I'm not talking about the emergency situations. I'm not talking about the important meetings and all. In general, they are free.
Yeah.
Right? See, people, when the developers start coming and looking into that, that's a normal regular work, because you created your virtual machines, you created Git accounts, you created a CI/CD pipelines, you created code spaces, all these things has done. Then you tell me what is the work you have. Do you want to be in 2 hours? Sorry, let's be see. You talk.
Yeah.
I'm directly. I'm talking. So they have some free time. See, developers
Mm-hmm.
in initial stages, in the analysis stage, they will be free. At that time, your work is you'll be very busy in creating the roles. You are creating the virtual machines, in creating the CI/CD pipelines, ServiceNow, or any integrations. You will be doing that 2 months, 2 or 3 months, or whenever the password resets or small things are helping these team members, you will be working. But do you think 1.5 years you will be working continuously on major works? I'm not talking the regular activities.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
So can, as a management, can I bear 2 people now? I cannot
Yeah.
remove
You
from the
can't.
company,
Yeah.
because
Understood. Right. Understood.
getting team is, see, I'm talking on the direct model, Chendu. Okay. So now the
Yeah.
people started thinking that why can't the administrator start looking into the Azure DevOps as well? Because this guy is designing, let this guy also work on the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, looks like the person nowadays the business is learn like remove the seniors, and instead of one senior they're recruiting the
Yes.
4 or 5 juniors like that.
Right.
And the business everything is a business. Yeah, true. Yeah, correct.
Right.
Understood. Yeah, excellent.
So Ravi, we are going to cover everything, right? I mean, how we are going to create the infrastructure and how we are configuring that,
Yes.
and
End to
along
end.
with these CI/CD. Okay. And what is the course duration, Ravi?
It would be around 40 days, 40 working days.
Oh, okay. So are we going to cover these Ansible code kind of thing, or only?
No, if you have time, I can cover.
Okay.
Because it's a
But
third
at
party
least,
integration. See, it's a third party
yeah.
integrations.
Okay.
See, the majority, I'll tell you one thing, it's not Ansible or any other tool. First, remember this point. You erase whatever the Amirpet market is teaching you. That are the people who is using 80%. Let's be very frank. See, that is not going to help you. Okay.
Yeah.
You get all the documents, but when you are see, my thing is very simple. I don't have much time for today, especially. Sorry for that. See, when you are learning anything, let it be admin, let it be DevOps, your thought process should be, let it be any third party tool. I can start integrating this.
Got it. Yeah.
That is the way we are looking for.
Yeah.
Max, I'm covering every tool, even in the market, and I have some other things in my mind. Even I did not talk to Career Bridge on this. Yes, I'll come up with one more different third party tools for the billing management and all these things, which none of the Indian market knows this. If you have time, I can, like, if you have a single, maybe 1-2 days week, I can cover it up, because it's a integration tool which FinOps is there, right? The third level, the FinOps will also come into picture. Yeah.
Okay.
It's only up to your interest how you want to take it up. You want Ansible? I'll tell you. You want Jenkins? I can tell you. But the market is again started changing. It started with FinOps. Okay. I thought of going on that angle as well.
Sure, Ravi. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry for you guys. Today I have a very less time. Unexpectedly, 2 schedules continuously. We'll connect. We'll talk to Career Bridge and we'll connect whenever you want.